Hello everyone, I am Dr. Eric Morrison. This is 7 Under 3, and I'll be covering trading education, more specifically Forex swing trading, using the TC2000 platform. Hello everyone, this is the 21 Forex Currencies Sunday Open and Weekend Review. We closed out all our trades on Friday, so I wanted to go over each one of the 21 Forex currencies and chose to close out my trades on Friday. First, with this uncertain strategic environment, I wanted to make sure that none of my trades fell victim to a potential black swan event, any type of unforeseen certainty that's happening with the coronavirus globally. Second, which I wanted to do operationally, is we're coming up to a point where it is important, if we are thinking in terms of our graphics, where are we at as far as our graphics, as far as the dragon is concerned, as far as the Bollinger Band is concerned, as far as the seasons are concerned. These both strategically and operationally are going to flow into my tactical decisions on whether or not I take a trade. It's not just simple, hey, 2 green bars north of the RL10 and I take every single trade. I got to think through each of the specific trades to make sure that I understand where the liquidity is or where it might be, where the banks are thinking of trading against that in terms of their actual signals and candle strength, and I need to see whether or not we're up against any type of support or resistance may be occurring with each of the currencies. So I'm starting off with the Aussie dollar, Canadian dollar. We entered this trade with a small gain on Friday. As you can see, Sunday opened up lower. We're still in the summer season. We're right up against the 200 moving day average, which may be problematic in terms of liquidity. There may be a lot of liquidity at this location, which may result in an actual short trade if it bounces off this 200 moving day average and doesn't follow through and close above the 200. For the Aussie dollar Swiss franc, we entered the trade on this day and then closed out with a small gain. On Friday, we're in the summer season, but as we're seeing here, there is a Z3 kind of compression that is going on here. So we want to make sure that as it gets closer to the RL270, there could be a potential for a bounce or for a potential squeeze to the upside with all the volatility going around. Aussie dollar Japanese yen, same thing. The Z3s are below the 200 moving day average. So what we're looking at is a lot of resistance up here. So we have to be cognizant of that and measure our risk. And we're in the summer season. Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar, we had a significant gain, and we got here the Z3 is right along the 200. So there's a lot of resistance up there. So in terms of risk and closing out this trade, a good trade, because we have a lot of liquidity in this location and we don't have a lot of potential to the upside with the Z3 right there by the 200 moving day average. And we're in the summer season. Aussie dollar, US dollar, we have the 200 and the 270, and with all the Aussie pairs or currency pairs, they're all facing the same type of resistance. So the RL270 is a significant resistance area. We're in the summer season, and this was a significant gain. So I'm comfortable with the fact of closing out the trades on Friday and reassessing where all the major resistance and liquidity is on the charts. Canadian dollar, Swiss franc, we have a sideways quiet channel with the Canadian dollar and a potential pinch or squeeze here. We got the Z3s below the RL270, below the 200, and really close together with all the moving average up there. There is going to be a pop, whether it be up or down, but it's going to be, we have to wait until that squeeze actually happens. And we're currently in the summer season. Canadian dollar, Japanese yen, same thing. We have the Z3 and all the RLs potentially squeezing into one small area or sideways quiet channel. We have the RL270 and the 200 moving day average to the north. We're in the summer season. Swiss franc, Japanese yen, we had a lot of consolidation and chop and stop hunting by the banks and hedge fund managers. However, I took this bounce off the 200 moving day average and we had a significant gain off of that. And as you can see on the Sunday Open, it opened below the RL270. But we'll see tonight at 11 p.m. Central Time whether this is a downward candle or an upward candle. And we're in the winter season. So this was a counter trend trade that came out to our favor. Euro Aussie dollar, same thing. We entered in with a small gain, and right now price is north of the RL10, and we're in the winter season. We'll see tonight 11 p.m. whether or not that goes up or down. But we have a lot of support here, the 200, along with the Z3 popping over the 200 moving day average, and the 200 right here as support. Euro Canadian dollar, same thing. There was no trade. We had red candle, green candle, red candle with no direction. Closing, we have the Z3s above the 270 and the 200. The season is in the wintertime. Euro Swiss franc, I did not take this trade with the doji and the green candle. We had a lot of chop, wiki candles, a lot of stop hunting behind it. I wanted to avoid the chop with this currency pair, and so we're in the winter season. Euro Japanese yen, I took this trade right off the Z3 bounce, and took this trade at this location with a small gain in this location, even with this kind of chop and wiki candles and all that. I figured this bounce could have had something to the effect of a potential W right up against the 200 with a potential recovery that was happening around the world, being a potential strategically hydroxychloroquine treating coronavirus. But the price opened up below the RL10, between the RL10 and the RL30, and so we'll see tonight what direction this currency pair wants to go. But we're in the winter season. Euro New Zealand dollar, we closed out this trade on Friday. Again, we had the Z3 and the 200 and the 270 as support. We're in the winter season. Euro US dollar, I did not take this trade for a couple of reasons. It could have been a head fake here on this candle with a potential collapsing dragon. With the dragon bouncing off the 200, I thought this could be a potential short. Well, with the season staying in the springtime, went to winter time. It went from spring to winter, and then now it's back to spring, entering the springtime again. And so I thought this was going to roll over, or potential collapsing dragon, which would have more price action to the downside. We're now entering the springtime. Zealand Canadian dollar, I took this trade because price closed above the 200 moving day average. I figured with the recovery and this being a higher low that we had a lot of potential upside with the New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar. But had a small loss. We had a very choppy and wiki candles prior to this price action. Whenever you see consolidation in the MACD 1030 with rigid instead of smooth type of MACD, you start seeing this kind of choppy, broken area. This is kind of hard trading up there, but if we were able to break this high over this location, we could have more potential to the upside. But we had a small loss. We're entering the summer season. New Zealand Swiss franc closed out this trade. As you can see, we have 200 moving day average in this location. We have the Z3. Could limit the potential to the upside along with the RL270, and so I closed out this trade to see what price action was going to do, and currently we're at the same price level that we were before, but we'll see tonight 11 p.m. where this price goes for this currency pair. And we're in the summer season. New Zealand Japanese yen, same thing. We have the 200 moving day average above the Z3 along with the 270 above the Z3 and a compression happening with this currency pair. And so we're currently in the summer season, and we'll see what happens with the price tonight 11 p.m. Zealand US dollar, we had at break even, we had the RL270 and the 200 with the Z3 located here above the 200, so there is a lot of potential upward price movement with this particular pair, but I figured if it broke this candle, then we had a potential for a major upside on Friday. Might happen tonight or on Monday, but we'll see. We're still in the summer season. US dollar, Canadian dollar, still continued downward pressure for the price action. However, the Z3 has moved above the 200. So now next target is 136 over here at the RL270 and 138. And so there is a potential, if it gets below this candle, that there could be more potential to the downside. This could be a lazy Buddha top, and so we'll see what happens with this, whether support holds at this location and we either have upside or it has continued downside pressure to go towards the 270. We're in the winter season. US dollar Swiss franc, we closed out with significant gain on Friday. We bounced off the 200 moving day average. Potential targets were the RL90 and 270 and went ahead and met both of those, and with potential downside to a retest of this low right here at 95067. So we'll see what it is, but they're entering the fall. So it went from the summer to the fall to the summer to the fall, right? It's kind of hovering there within the Red River. And as you can see, the Red River is expanded. So there's a lot of potential volatility and direction choices with this currency pair. I did see it bounce off the 200, and so I thought it was another potential collapsing dragging here. That could have been, could be here, but it could happen tonight or on Monday. But we'll have to see. US dollar, Japanese yen. Again, we're in this sideways quiet channel. There's building up a lot of pressure to go either to the upside or downside. But as you can see, these small candles here, these haramis, shooting star, dojis, these are indicative of price action indecision. So it's gaining up momentum right now, and pretty soon it's going to pop one way or the other, but we will be ready for the trade when it happens. It wants to hover around the 200 moving day average, and we're in the fall season. All right, folks, I'm going to go ahead and move to the trade journal. As you can see here, we did really good with our trades. With Aussie dollar, Canadian dollar, we had some small gains. Euro, New Zealand dollar, small gains. It looked like the banks were hovering around the Aussie, Japanese yen, and the Aussie US dollar. So one major and one minor currency pair. That's where the banks and hedge fund managers started putting their money. They also put their money in with the New Zealand Japanese yen. As you can see here, this correlates well with Aussie dollar, Japanese yen. And so we see a lot of our trades with only two minor losses for the week. So major gains with the micro, mini, and standard lots. And so, folks, that's all I have for the 21 Forex Currencies Sunday Open and Weekend Review. Just to let you know, we have a Forex boot camp that is currently full. If you are interested in future Forex boot camps, click on the link below. And remember, ruthless risk management. Well, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button below and the subscribe button. And if you want more information on TC2000, I have an affiliate link below. If you open up a TC2000 account, you will receive a $25 discount using that link. Thank you for your time.